one of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams, gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece, 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down! Corey Floyd! A missed opportunity down low, behind the back to Bueno and one! Lawrence with Floyd, he'll lob it up for the slam! It's too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd, lays it in and one on the lob! Thought about the three, drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Here with Corey Floyd after a tough 6. Wilcher, three, got it! Simeon Wilcher is fired up! And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down! Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Serene driving and throws it down! He can't get around and a turnover! Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, build the basket. Marcus Cerroti here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
Like family.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. They feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had
It's D1 Media Pro's production of New Jersey High School Boys Ice Hockey. Here in the NJIIHL McInnis Division, we have a rematch of the Lancers and the Blue Devils next on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship!
A double play wins it for Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McInnis touchdown! Volusia wins it! The championship!
Happy Monday evening, everybody. Hello and welcome to Richard J. Cody Arena on the campus of the South Mountain Reservation in West Orange, Essex County, New Jersey. We have a rematch of the Westfield Blue Devils and the Livingston Lancers, this time with the Lancers calling their home ice in this contest. Unlike most competitions in the McInnis Division and in all NJIIHL, Cody Arena almost acts as an impromptu neutral site. 10 teams call this place home, I believe, but one of those is not Westfield. In fact, all of them are not Westfield. So this makes Livingston one of the 10 teams that call McInnis host have home ice advantage, something that Livingston really wishes that they had in the first game versus Westfield, where they could not see at the foggy Warrenenko Ice Skating Center in Roselle, an 8-0 loss they had against head coach Joe Bertucci's squad and players. That includes the goalkeeper, number 50, Andrew Raber. The junior is having a terrific season. Westfield has a few scratches coming into this contest. Number 17, Konstantin Sidorov is scratch, as well as Alex Duncan, number 23, and number 26, Alex Bergman is a scratch. Alongside that, number 30, Sam Shupak is a scratch. And for Livingston, the entire roster that will be mentioned today is healthy and is ready to go. Let's take a look at the keys to the game presented to you by me. First off, for Westfield, awareness. The team needs to be aware that they do not have the same advantage that they had at Warrenenko. It's been a foggy winter, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a warm one. It's been a winter that feels almost like the fall some days. I actually found myself wearing shorts last weekend. So with that case scenario, it is important that Westfield is aware that this is a fully indoor ice hockey rink. Perfect for Livingston, a team that practices and plays all of their games here. Westfield needs to be aware of that one. And also for them, they need to have a strong start. And this alludes to number one. That's because this Lancers team has a prowess of when they start strong, they win big. However, when they don't start strong, they have a weaker second and third period. If Westfield can crack the scoreline first, like they did last week in their surmountable 8-0 win over Livingston, it will be an easier ride for them. And for the Lancers, they need to get pucks deep. As Coach Conklin says it best, 16 seasons, he said this Lancers program has always struggled offensively, and they've always struggled getting the pucks in deep. They need to improve that. And one thing that their assistant coach really mentioned, Dave Malucci, third season assistant coach, and he said in his 3 years here, this year has definitely been the team's toughest of better clearances. They've been struggling to clear the puck recently. It's been a struggle that they've had. They've given up over 5 goals this year due to a surmountable amount of time that they have been on the defensive side of the puck, with teams like Westfield, teams like West Essex putting pressure on. An example is their West Essex-Caldwell matchup in the installment number 1 of the Exit 5 rivalry this year, where Westfield was, West Essex-Caldwell, a combo program, was able to take down the Livingston Lancers 1-0 due to keeping the puck in deep and putting on constant pressure. Justina Sanders had a terrific game, much better game than the 5-0 loss they saw previously in that contest versus West Essex, that 5-0 loss to Summit. However, the puck in deep made Livingston crack under pressure, and a 1-0 win the opponents of West Essex Caldwell had against Livingston. This is going to be a great contest. Livingston coming off of a tie, Westfield coming off of a loss. Both teams' last contest was played on Friday at Richard J. Cody Arena. Westfield went back and forth with West Essex Caldwell. They found themselves on the losing side. And the Lancers, just the following game after, saw themselves tying another combo co-op program within Verona Glen Ridge. Westfield finds himself ranked number 11 coming into this contest, and Livingston started off in the rankings. However, they fell out. We are 3 minutes away from face-off here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. You do not want to go anywhere. This broadcast is presented to you by Livingston Dental. Welcome back, everybody. Ryan Lowry riding solo for you here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Jacob Gorin is on camera. It is the third of a triple header. Today, here at Cody Arena, we saw West Orange with a big 5-2 win in a matchup versus the NJIIHL, the Morris County Secondary Schools Interscholastic Hockey League struggling Madison Dodgers, who fell yet another time. They're still winless on this half season, I guess you can say. We're about halfway there. Then in the second game, we saw a great contest in which Glen Rock was not able to come back after a quick 2 goals scored from West Essex. And now we have the third game, the 8 p.m. installment of our triple header. The Livingston Lancers host Westfield in the second and final time this regular season. These two teams are eligible to see each other in Divisional Cup competition, the McInnis Cup. They saw each other last year in the finals, and they're also within the same Public A bracket in which these two saw each other in last year. We have more ice hockey coming up. It's the 5th time, or rather the 6th time now in 2 years. These two teams will see each other 4 times last year, already once this year, and the second and final time this regular season. That's coming up in 70 seconds time, right here on the network, presented by Toronto's Pizza Kitchen. Once again, everybody, hello, my name is Ryan Lowry. Westfield had the big 8-0 victory over Livingston. Last time these two teams took on each other, Westfield comes in as the 11th ranked squad in all of New Jersey high school ice hockey, a top 3 public school. And on their goalkeeping side, Andrew Raber has 146 saves, and Sam Shupak has 32. Starting in goal for them is Raber. He wears number 50. And on the other side, for the Livingston Lancers, having a terrific season, Mr. Justina Sanders. He's fell back recently. However, he has 194 saves on the season, or rather 174 saves on the season. He's allowed 20 goals, and his save percentage is slivering just under 900 at .897. Backing him up is Jacob Rich. For the Westfield Blue Devils, their head coach is Mr. Joe Bertucci. 9 years at the helm of the program, he says, roughly. And on the other side, 16 years for Coach Conklin, who's seen now, just recently, over 200 wins on his coaching career. Not the largest crowd we're going to see in a New Jersey high school ice hockey game at this level. We're seeing top division public school ice hockey. But it is a Monday night, and the student section is a little low for the Lancers. Westfield obviously had to make the over 30-minute trip here to West Orange, aside from Livingston's 10-15-minute trip down Northfield Avenue. And on the way there, you can find Toronto's Pizza, the best slice in New Jersey. I wonder if any students picked that up. Maybe that's something I'll journey to on my ride home this evening. If it's not too late, of course, we have an 8 p.m. face-off. The latest of 3 games here at Cody. We also had today, and you can now watch on demand. Seton Hall Preps trip down the shore to take on Christian Brothers Academy, who lost their first game in a few years. The reigning Gordon Cup and top of the 5 ice hockey bracket state champions, the non-public bracket. You can catch that one on demand. A 4:20 start that one had, and Kevin Connolly had the broadcast. Also, Michael Sorority was on the call as Wequahic High School of Newark visited a sturdy, now over 500 Roselle Catholic High School boys basketball team that saw themselves nationally ranked as number 1 and number 5 in 2 separate ranking systems, respectively. We had all that today on the network. You can imagine how much we have this season, let alone this academic athletic year. So Livingston and Westfield are ready to go. The final contest of the evening out of all games broadcasters today. It's Livingston and Westfield from Richard J. Cody Arena. We are underway here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS network. In ice now, far side, we see a struggle for the puck. Schultz endures it. Schultz tries to get the first Lancer goal against Westfield this season. Can't do so as it's deflected. Here's Westfield moving down the other way. This is Christopher Richards. Westfield will control in the back. You can tell by their pace of play here with the control on the puck, as this one is off the hand of Conklin and touched down by Justina Sanders, the senior in net for the Lancers, the first-year starter. Sanders has saw himself on the bench for 3 straight years, learning from some of the best goalkeepers in New Jersey public school ice hockey. Now it's his time to shine. Livingston controls in the back now. Here's number 16, Reed Plotnick. Plotnick has also shined a light this year. Previous years, he's found himself on the bench. This year, he's found himself as an important key role to this young Lancers team that has a bright future and is coming off of a historic season. We're a minute in, folks. Still a 0-0 score between 2 top teams in the state of New Jersey. Westfield sit 11th. Livingston started off the season over 15, under 20. I believe it was 17. Up now goes Joey Tortorella, the lowest number on Westfield's roster. He loses the puck. This is a fast-paced game, folks, and it can get physical because these 2 teams have it out for each other. This is one of those rivalries that you can't forget about in New Jersey high school ice hockey. And now come the Lancers. Here's an opportunity for Zox. Deflected. Zox muscles the puck backwards as it's now controlled by Silva. Taken away now by the Blue Devils. The captain shivers one on over to the punching forward Westfield Blue Devil within Jonathan Gorski. Gorski, a phenomenal ice hockey player for Westfield. You have to keep an eye on him today. He's number 29, folks, in the blue. White accents for the Blue Devils. Livingston wearing their white uniforms. Here's a shot. This one whisks wide. Towards mid-ice now. Lancers will cross the blue line into the neutral zone. Zales endures. He'll take his time. Works around, and now Selvin finds an open but mistouching Igor Tarasuk. Tarasuk lit it up. 2 goals in his last contest with Livingston on Friday night. Halloran plays it up, mistouch. Here's a shot from Tarasuk, and he scores. Anthony Cassesi. The Lancers take a 1-0 lead. Cassesi finds it, and he finishes. The Lancers are up 1-0 against Westfield this Monday evening. Anthony Cassesi, right in front of the net, is able to poke one through. And that's how the Lancers get this game started. That is their first goal scored against Westfield since last season in the playoffs. Anthony Cassesi sneaks one in. Pass inside is mistouched by Grady Calder. Inside opportunity, and this one is saved by Sanders and poked away. Sanders saves the day for Livingston. In the back, good control now for the Blue Devils. Here's a shot. This one almost rifles through. It came from Christopher Richards. Now under 12 minutes left in the opening period. Anthony Cassesi gets the Lancers started. Tarasuk hauled in with the head of steam, put the pressure on, and Cassesi snuck one through. The Lancers have a 1-0 lead against Westfield. Shot from far, this one deflected off of the back line. Give credit to the stick of Plotnick of getting in the way. Whistle's blowing as play stops, and both teams will quickly make some substitutions on their bench.
Let's go, Livingston!
Once again, the head coach for Livingston. Head coach Dave Conklin, 16 seasons, over 200 wins with the program. Coach Bertucci, not quite as long, getting quite comfortable in Westfield. 9 seasons at the helm. Lancers control now in the back. Ryan Lowry here on the NFHS Network. Livingston gets it started quickly with a goal from number 12, Anthony Cassesi. They won 2. This one sneaks past Tarasuk. Tarasuk put on the pressure for the Lancers, and Cassesi poked one through off the redirect. Chicola, and now Westfield is able to work forward. Aiden Wilson. Wilson rifles past Selvin. His pass, no connection to the shielded Christopher Richards. Around goes Captain Schultz. Schultz, returning senior star for Livingston. Had a terrific start to the season. Very dedicated athlete. Around goes Wilson. Wilson far side. Cuts behind the net. Wants to respond to Cassesi's goal to get the game started. For Livingston, their first goal scored against Westfield this year. Chicola puts one under pressure. Left behind, and now here comes the head of steam, Dylan Schultz, the captain. Schultz rifles one under pressure from far, easily handled by Raber in net. 1-0 Lancers once again. Cassesi strikes first. Lancers outscored against Westfield 8-1. If they want to outscore Westfield this regular season, they have a high mountain to climb. However, if they want to split them on the season, they just have to hold this lead or expand it of 1-0. It's still very early, folks. Short intermission of 5 minutes coming up in just 10 game time minutes. Then in between the second and the third, a long 15-minute intermission where the ice will be cut by the great staff here at Richard J. Cody Arena. Tortorella dangles. Tortorella finds a passing option. This shot is deflected. This knock almost struck for the tie. Plotnick now. Deflected push. Puck finds its way in the neutral zone. Muscling onto it now is Zox. Zox rifles one towards the keeper. Raber punches it away. Cassesi, with the goal on the day, overruns the puck. Chip forward. Lisnock. Denied by Conklin. And now Livingston controls. Cassesi gets hammered, but it's left for Schultz. Schultz leaves it on the back. Here's a shot. This one almost trickled through, but it was deflected. The shot this time by Tarasuk. Westfield down the other end. Zach Park hauling by Conklin. Grooves by on the backhand. Resets on the forehand. Pushes one backward. Conklin swings one. This one cannot cross the blue line and shot in. Almost deflected. Pass Sanders. Snuck wide close side. Zales ahead now, and Livingston has an opportunity. Tarasuk wants a goal. He had a great game, scored 2 goals in the last contest. Swings one on over to the open but unavailable to make the play Lancer. Left aside now for Ryan Zales. Zales. Selvin. Taken away now by Westfield. Opportunity for Benson to tie the game. Deflected. And Silva curls onto the puck. Now around 8:20 left to play in the opening period. It's been a quick-moving, not too physical, not too intense game. Livingston scores their first goal against Westfield this season. They're coming off of an 8-0 loss to Westfield on the road, about 45 minutes away at Warren Anko Ice Skating Park in Roselle, home to many Union County ice hockey sides in New Jersey. Intercepted puck pass inside the backhand pass. Can't squeeze in because Sanders reads it brilliantly. Shuts down the Westfield offensive pressure. Keeps them at 0 as we are exactly 7 minutes into this one. Westfield controls off the draw. Just a little too strong. Chicola couldn't find his way onto the puck. Still a fight for it. Chicola dumps it back far side. Abel. Westfield will now control in the back. Wilson deflects a shot, and it's now fined by Conklin. 7:30 left in the first period. Pass almost connected to Tarasuk, but a good head of steam for Richards denies the opportunity. Back now for Wilson. Wilson behind Raber's net. 7:12 now left to play here in the opening period, roughly. Deflected in the neutral zone. Now in Westfield's defensive zone, they will control. Wilson. Wilson. He has no problem curling by Tarasuk. He's still going, weaves by a defender. Let's one rip, but Sanders gloves it down. Got catcher in baseball. And that's a wild pitch if you want to make baseball statistics out of that one. Saved a possible stealing runner from first base. .56 now on a running clock here in the first period. Cassesi gets the Lancers started. They're up 1-0. A rematch of last year's McInnis Cup final and Public A State semifinal, sponsored by the NJIIHL, the governing body of high school athletics here in the state of New Jersey. The New Jersey State Interscholastic Athletic Association, their president, Colleen McGuire. They've organized winter playoffs to start at the end of February this year as opposed to early March last year. 5 rounds of playoffs for non-public and Public C, 4 rounds for Public B and Public A. Public B and Public A, no play-in round, just a sheer 16 team this year by PowerPoint decision. Once the 16 top PowerPointed teams are put in, a committee will decide who's 1 to 16. So the PowerPoints get you in, but they don't give you the placement. Last year, you had to sliver around 500 to make it, and then a committee would rank you. So it's a little different to get in this year. More about who you play, less about how you play. I have to agree with that decision. I think who you play is better because if you play tougher competition, it's going to be harder to play terrific. The team should get credit for scheduling difficult competition, like Gordon Conference teams. For example, Christian Brothers, Del Barton, all of the top forces in New Jersey that are on any other given day nationally ranked. You can throw Don Bosco in there too. Don Bosco, semifinalists last season, Gordon finalists last year. Those look like the main 3 in the state of New Jersey this year. Alongside Northern Highlands as the top public side, who are Public B eligible. The top 3 non-publics have to give it again to Bosco, Del Barton of Morristown, and Christian Brothers Academy. Those have to be the prime 3. However, here's a shot. This one is saved by Abel. However, as I was saying, this year looks like Del Barton's favored, not Christian Brothers. At the beginning, Christian Brothers was favored. They were number 1 in NJ.com's top 20. However, with the tough loss to Del Barton by 3 goals, that changed everyone's mind, including our great writer friends at NewJersey.com, NJ.com for short. Under 5 minutes now left in the opening period. Cassesi's goal separates the Lancers and the Blue Devils. Westfield makes the 40-minute trip, the Lancers the 15-minute trip. Lancers home ice. Both these teams do not call Cody home. Lancers putting the puck under pressure. Can't find anything. Now to the left side, Duffy hauls through. He's blocked off the puck. Slap shot. And it will not make it into the net. It will hit the screen with 4:23 left to play here in the opening period. Once again, 3 games were played here on the network and at Cody Arena today. In New Jersey High School Ice Hockey, the first saw West Orange's victors over Madison interconference matchup. Then we saw McInnis Cup Ice Hockey, the best public school ice hockey you can ask for. As West Essex big victory over Glenrock as this slap shot is deflected off a Lancer body. And now we're seeing the big game, Westfield and Livingston. 2 teams eager to play each other, specifically Livingston. After the tough 8-0 loss they endured at a foggy Warrenenko Ice Skating Center in Roselle Union County, New Jersey. Ice is home to a couple teams that Livingston saw success against. That will include Governor Livingston, New Providence. Livingston almost robbed that competition where they were down for most of the contest, tied it, and then snuck a 2-1 lead. They were able to end that one in a victory over the co-op of Governor Livingston, New Providence, the Highlanders. The Highlanders, their recent success has considered them an option to be dominant in the McInnis tournament. Not too many weak teams, not too many Montclairs of last year this year in the McInnis. Even the last team in the standings, Rowan Brennan's VGR Hillbillies, look strong. That's Verona Glen Ridge, a public C squad, a co-op between a Group 1 school and other competitions of Glen Ridge and a Group 2 in other competitions within Verona. Verona, the seat of that team, Glen Ridge, they'll have a comprise of most of the team, excluding maybe 6 or 7 Hillbilly players from Verona High School. 3 minutes and roughly 5 seconds left in the opening period. Cassesi's goal separates the Lancers and the Blue Devils here on the main rink of a 2-iced Cody Arena. Pass just trickles to Marshall. Marshall plays one far side into pressure hard off the boards. Chicola. Hard hit by Friedman into the boards. Chicola still controls. Chicola. He slivers around Zales. Now close side, the Lancers will try and clear. Still nothing open for them. Short intermission of around 5 minutes coming up as this is an icing. 2:28 left in the opening period. Lancers make a large shift change. Silva looks wiped entering the bench. Lancers played a long shift there. And so the Lancers did it just a few minutes in. They struck a goal against Westfield, a team that they saw themselves down 8-0 against at the final whistle last week at Warrenanko. They're still holding on to that lead, and they're still chugging for more. This competition definitely looking more even than it did in Warrenanko. Could likely be because of the surprising redirect shot into the back of the net by Cassesi that woke up this Livingston crowd. Charging by is Abel. Abel, an over 6-foot stature from Westfield High School. Wilson plays one that is touched down by a controlling Plotnick. Plotnick swings one around to Conklin. Conklin now right back to David Weinrib, rather. Opportunity now for Westfield off of the loose puck. The wraparound shot. Oh, what a save by Sanders. He's out of his crease. Good Lancer defense puts on the pressure. Gives them time to breathe and reset as the Lancers are still under pressure. Wilson hammered down to the boards, loses control. This one's left for Schultz, who chips one into the Lancer bench. He almost took out one of his players. Look out. Again, a Monday night really does change a crowd between a great competition. We saw on Friday West Essex and Westfield, similar level competition. Packed house, including Westfield fans. The 35 to 45 roughly trip that requires highway driving, and Westfield packed the away stands. Of course, West Essex brought a nice crowd as well, but Monday night just doesn't bring that same atmosphere no matter who plays. However, that doesn't mean no goals, as this shot almost squirked into the back of the net for Livingston. Westfield quickly coming down the other side. Poked forward by Richards. Richards finds an open man who just overskated. That was Jonathan Gorski. Under a minute now left to play. Roughly 15 seconds. Marshall, a lot of touches on the puck. He relays back his pass. Is a shot that's deflected. This knock. Now over to Marshall. Marshall, far side, he will pass it once again. Last time it was deflected by Richards. Let's see what he can do this time. Played into pressure. Found by Lisnock. Westfield putting on most of the pressure this last minute or two. Almost punched into the back of the net. Off the tip. There's another tip opportunity. Sanders finds his high side blockers on it. Now under 20 seconds. Backhand to tie the game. Off a Lancer line. Zales tries to sneak a backhand onto it, and Silva pokes it into the neutral zone, and it looks like that'll do the opening period. Cassesi's goal might split it. Marshall with the last second heave. His shot whips on it the first time. Redirects. Close side slap shot off the pass from Marshall. Is no good to Lisnock. And that will do the first period. Cassesi's goal early, just a few minutes in, separates these two teams. It's 1-0 Lancers. Stay tuned for the second period of action next on the network.
They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling.
Over to Floyd, he's open, thought about the three, drives, baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Free throw line, tries to dump a pass off, gets intercepted. Freeman all the way to the hole. Oh, what a block by Moore! Left to play in the fourth quarter. Cromartie, three, got it! Davis probes in the corner, three-pointer, up and down, Brown again! His second straight three. Roselle Catholic in a hurry. Wilcher, back to Bueno. He's going to try and tie it. And he does! Oh, big shots all around!
He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, build the basket!
Here's Kramer. Kramer walking in. Pass in front. They score! 5. Puck comes back out to the point. Gorski with a shot, and then they score! Slap shot from the point. Block the side. Here comes Ken Bishop walking in short-handed. He scores! Up ahead for the Marauders. Here comes Bigwitz. They score! Michael Bigwitz for St. Petersburg, and they lead it 3-2. The celebration is underway. The horn sounds, and the Glen Rock Panthers are the McInnis Cup champions. But that's going to do it. The revenge tour is complete. The Don Bosco Prep Ironmen are the Gordon Cup Conference champions.
You can see the future of the Duke and North Carolina rivalry on D1 Media Pro.
There you see Hubert Davis, head coach of North Carolina, here to see Simeon Wills.
Looking live right there at a trio of Duke basketball coaches. John Shire, Nolan Smith, Emil Jefferson. Clock now at 12. Kicks it in the corner. Lively for three. Got it. Derek Lively, a corner three in an early third quarter. As he'll look to go off the dribble here, goes right around Lively, and he gets the roll. Inbounds to Wilcher. A step back, fade away, through contact. Simeon Wilcher. He's out for Mbako. He'll try one from beyond the arc. And Mackenzie Mbako is on fire to start this one. It's his responsibility as Maldonado cranks one into deep left field. You can forget about that. Chris Maldonado with home run number 2 today. He's got
as this one is ripped into left field. A bat flip and a homer for Tyler
pitch
Beck.
is hit in the air, left field. Going over Fiore. He's back at the track, at the wall. It's gone. A leadoff home run for St. Joseph's Regional. Ellis Garcia gets things started for the Green Knights. Here in the payoff pitch is hit in the air, deep right center field. That ball is high, it is far, and it is gone! A grand slam for Matthew Monteleone. And it kicks and fires. That pitch is hit in the air, deep right field. Get out of town! Michael, you waited up, and Marcus Johnson smacked it out of the yard. A leadoff bomb from the Cougars center fielder. Play the 1-2. Hit in the air, deep left field. That ball is high, it is far, it is long gone off the house. Makai Moore with a go-ahead 2-run shot way out of here. That Miller pitch is a breaking ball, cut on and missed. Hard strikes out the side in the third. We head to the home half. But the first pitch to Hollander is belted in the air, deep left field. That ball is high, it is far, and it is gone. Matthew Hollander wastes no time getting Milburn on the board here in the first inning.
Right into the second period of action, we are underway between Livingston and Westfield. The Lancers strike first. Cassesi sneaks one through. Ryan Lowry, Jacob Gorn on camera joining me today. That means I'm talking to myself, folks. Feels a little weird, but as long as I'm able to bring to you the production you want to see of Livingston and Westfield, I think everybody's happy. Ahead now, left for Tarasuk. Tarasuk shoots one. It's right off the pad. Put back, no. Second put back, no. Pile. And finally covered up by Raber. The junior goalkeeper made a nice save the first time. Couldn't cover it up. Couldn't catch the puck. It was off his glove. Two putbacks could not be followed. Westfield bodies laid down in front of the net to stop the Lancer lead from doubling, as now the Lancers will find themselves on the power play. A hook from Jackson Chicola. He's the first in the sin bin today, and now we're going to see that Lancers power play shine here at Cody Arena. Once again, 1-0 Livingston, thanks to the finish from Anthony Cassesi. Waiting for the face-off. Bottom left side of your screen. Lancer power play. Here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network is now the official. Enters the sin bin and now will exit. As the site managers are able to figure out everything that's going on with the technology organizing the scoreboard. So the Lancers power play is underway. We're 5 seconds into it. Now a minute 50 left to go. Lancers are trying to double their lead on this power play. First goal was a 5-on-5 goal by Cassesi. Now Schultz will control, maybe organize, or even finish the second as he lets one rip. This one almost deflects into the back by Conklin. He'll have to try and reset it. He's hammered to the boards hard. Back out once again. Schultz lets one rip. That one almost snuck through the putback. It's deflected off the screen. Full minute into the middle period. 30 seconds into the power play. 1-0 Lancers still. Lancers win the face-off. Schultz far side. Shot from Zales. It almost snuck through. The alternate captain almost had goal number 2. Silva. Now Schultz to Zales. Right back to Schultz. Schultz anchoring. Silva quarterbacking. Tip to Zales. Zales has Schultz behind him to reset. He'll try and shoot one himself from the weird angle. Can't finish. Finds himself right back on it. Slivers down to the ground as this one spins to Silva. Schultz and Silva exchange. Pass inside, the one-time finish. Gets into the back of the net for the Lancers. Goal. Igor Tarasuk. And the Lancers double their lead. Two to nothing Lancers. First it was Cassesi, the sophomore, then Tarasuk, the sophomore, and the underclassmen are feasting. Blue Devils here this middle period, this Monday night. Now the Lancers are outscored just 8-2 against Westfield this year in their second competition. It really shows the difference that Warrenenko makes compared to a facility like Cody Arena. Livingston, one of 10 teams to call Cody home. Westfield, one of a few Union County squads to call Warrenenko home. There actually is a Union County squad that calls Cody Arena home, as here's an opportunity for the Lancers. This shot scraped over by Cassesi. That squad that calls Cody Arena home, Oratory Prep School of Summit. Pacing is Chicola. Loses the puck. Schultz tries to tip one forward. Collides. Kicked. And now Westfield still in possession of the puck with 12.5 left in the middle period. Taken away by the Lancers. Schultz ahead. Schultz at the red marker. Tips one forward. He'll let the puck do the talking as his shift is over. Strong pass, and it's somehow able to deflect off the boards and find Chicola. Chicola's one-time pass opportunity to Wilson is saved. Big play there by Sanders. The Chicola-Wilson combo couldn't do the job. 12 minutes. This pass almost deflected into the back of the net. Mistouched, however. Now whistles come in this Monday evening. A dislodged net. Looks like it was a Blue Devil who collided with the net there. It was Michael Wilson, and he dislodged Raber's net. Westfield gets to take a breather out of that one. Once again, almost empty crowd here at Cody Arena for one of the most highly anticipated rivalries in public school boys ice hockey. Sees the sophomores. Assessing and Tarasuk cracked the scoreline for Livingston. Westfield, the favorites coming into this one. They're the number 11 team in New Jersey. Only 2 losses to their 6 wins and 1 tie. Livingston saw their second tie of the season come in their last game on Friday. Alongside that, 3 losses and 4 wins. Currently sitting first in McInnis. West Essex Caldwell, a team that only saw a 9-13 injury-prone record last year, is lighting up all competition that they've seen. Division, conference, out of conference, you name it. And they snuck by Glenrock, only gave up a goal to their 2 scored early as the shot wide close side. As I mentioned earlier, West Orange also had a victory in the first game we saw today, as Zales breaks up a Westfield opportunity. First game was a 5-2 victory over Madison that West Orange had. West Orange currently right now proving to be by far the favorites of winning the lowest of the NJIIHL divisions, the McMullen division. Milburn and Scotch Plains fighting for that second spot. Next West Orange game is on the 13th. Alex Weiss will have the call of that one on the network, presented by D1 Media Pro. Tarasuk touches down. Tarasuk collides into the puck. Westfield would be offsides if they found control of the puck. After a reset, they will take it away. Calder. Schultz finds it. Gets one quietly to Tarasuk. It's snuck through like Paul Revere riding in the night. Off the boards. Tarasuk is hit hard. He's shoved to the ground by Wilson, close side boards. Now under 10 minutes left to play here in the second period. 2-0 Lancers over Westfield. And now come the Blue Devils. There's a great defensive play there by Friedman. Conklin dumps behind him. Can Weinrib brew something together? He goes down. He's denied by Wilson, who ships one back into the Lancer defensive zone. Friedman, seeing the lower lines of the Lancers get some time. Mason. Under 9:30 left to play in the middle period. Livingston and Westfield on the NFHS network. So quiet you can hear a pin drop. That's the attendance this evening. Many say it's due to the national championship in college football. TCU and Georgia underway. Georgia just barely sneaking by Ohio State. Glove down by Sanders. And of course the other game, as I was saying, Michigan lost to TCU. TCU really controlled the pace of that one. They played terrific football as that one almost snuck into the back of the net for a Westfield goal. Livingston up 2-0. Around 9 minutes left in the middle period. Here come the Lancers ahead. Zales sneaks into the neutral zone, past both blue lines in the middle marker. Curls in, his backhand pass. Oh, it's just a shy bit too close for Weinrib to sneak to. Westfield a little scrappy trying to push forward. In the neutral zone, Westfield threatened offsides. Sliding back onside to make the play possible was Abel. However, Westfield couldn't advance with it. Zox finds the run. He skates to the puck. Behind the net. Still has control. Puck put under pressure. Now shipped to the Lancer defensive zone slowly. Tarasuk trickles by. He goes down. Tarasuk, a fast skater. NJIIHL McInnis division has to watch out for him. That includes Westfield. Tarasuk organized the first goal for Kasesi. And then he had the second area, trying to find his third. Gets right on his own tipped rebound that hit the backboards. Tipped out of play by a Westfield Blue Devil stick. Westfield now make a shift change. Slap shot from far, saved by Raber. Now behind Raber's net. Marshall tries to stick it away. Halloran has to back him up as he loses balance. Puck snuck by Conklin. Conklin has to win the race. He's going to try and put a body on Park. Park maneuvers around, finds another way to it. Opportunity for Richards. Sanders poked away. Slap shot by Marshall. Westfield now control off the deflection. This one almost deflects into the back of the net, but Sanders finds it. Sanders on the redirect. He's going to have his defense help him that time. The defensive line getting their body in the way. Shot from far. Defensive line in the way once again. This shot, once again, Conklin gets his body on it. Conklin getting his body on 1, 2, maybe 3 of those shots there. Making Sanders' shutout second period still intact. There he is, finding a pass that was deflected. Once again, he's going to have to put his stick in the way. Break up a Westfield breakaway opportunity. Schultz sends one the length of the ice. Assists his defenseman in doing so. Middle period, 2-0 Lancers. The sophomores get it started, and there's the senior Selvin. He's going to go to the box.
What are you looking at?
Selvin was the top half of a sandwich with the ice as a Blue Devil is down. Zach Park gets a warm applause from the small Blue Devil crowd as he skates back to his right side, bench below us. Selvin in the box. It's a 2-minute minor.
Terrible.
So Selvin with the 2-minute minor on the interference. Now let's see Westfield's power play. They control off the face-off. Richards, that's one ripped. It's wide. Directed to Wilson. Wilson sends it behind the net. Abel. He'll require help from Chicola, who controls the puck now for Westfield. Back out to Wilson. Wilson skates around fellow number 10, Zox, under pressure. Sanders and his defense are coming up key in this one. Puck dumped the length of the ice. Hayden Wilson, the sophomore. Ahead now, in the neutral zone, skating by is Chicola. Behind the net, Chicola punched down by Zales under 6 minutes, minute 10 left in the Blue Devil power play. Here's a shot almost trickled in off the deflection. Wilson. Wilson using the boards. Now he works tape to tape. Ahead he goes. Punched off the puck. Finds himself back on it. Saved by Sanders. Back out. Now he's going to one-time it. He rocks it well over. Slap shot around now for Zales, and it just crosses the blue line. It'll burn some time. 35 seconds left in the Westfield power play. Abel skating around the neutral zone. This is burning key time as the Lancers put on a basketball press. Wilson. Richards. Under 5 minutes now left in the period. As that one goes down the length of the ice, Wilson will beat Schultz to it. It looks like that will just about do the power play. Maybe a few seconds of pressure for Westfield can be endured here. Livingston putting on a nice pressure of the puck in the neutral zone. Still ahead though, Wilson skates forward. 5-on-5 hockey. Selvin skates to the bench. Silva will take him out. Tipped pass. Westfield still has the momentum. Silva will ruin that power play momentum, and now it's officially over. Schultz ahead, takes a shot from far. He's offside. Livingston up 2-0. For those of you just joining us, it was the sophomores. Anthony Cassesi. Cassesi able to score due to the pressure put on by Igor Tarasuk, who also had the second goal's credits worth. It's a safe bet these days to bet on Tarasuk's ability. He had 2 goals in his last game. That was Friday night. Westfield trying to chop the Livingston lead in half. They beat them 8-0 in their last contest. They've proved to so far this season be the better team, but the Lancers' skill and the season they've been coming off of is undeniably incredible. Marshall fakes a slap shot, resets. He lets one rip on the wrist shot. He can't finish. Westfield still controls. However, Conklin is able to sneak one into the neutral zone. Play back close side. That one almost snuck into the back of the net. Livingston able to press one by. If it makes it the length, it's an icing? No, it does not. Christopher Richards will set it up for Westfield. Try to find momentum off of a Lancer switch. They can't do so, thanks to the stick of Ryan Zales. Dumped backward on the backhand by Richards. However, finding it. Selvin punches one forward to Schultz. Schultz lets one rip. Oh, it almost trickled in. This one may go the length of the ice. However, Cassesi finds it in the neutral zone. Zales dumps one back. And Marshall resets for Westfield. Richards chips one forward, too tough for Duffy to handle cleanly. Marshall, perfect timing, lets one rip. Schultz on it this time as this shot rocks over. First one deflected off Schultz, second one rocked over. Taken away. Now let's see what the defenseman Ryan Zales can do. The alternate captain leaves around. Now he's far side. Westfield pressure comes in and now he's forced to dump it. Richards puts a body on as that shot waves over. Zales puts one high in the air, and this one will trickle the length of the ice and handled by Wilson. 2 minutes left in the middle period before the 15-minute intermission, and they cut the ice. Duffy deflected once again. A lot of deflections. Looks like Selvin's interference hit really the only big physical shot today. As both teams make some changes. New lines on the ice. Lancers punch the puck out of pressure. Westfield dumps it right back in to the Lancer defensive zone. Conklin, the head coach's son, catches it. Tries to push one forward. A lot of hands in the air to try and catch the puck down. This shot from the neutral zone, handled by Sanders. Sanders shutting out the number 11 ranked Westfield squad. So far, folks, minute 22 left in the middle period. .80 seconds left in the middle period before a new ice sheet for both of these teams. Lancers trying to extend a 2-0 lead. This chip pass, Tarasuk, who already has a goal in the day, and endured the pressure for the first one. Scoring the second. Couldn't get one to go that time. And now under a minute left in the middle period. Schultz races with the winning Christopher Richards for Westfield. Richards resets the course. Changes the navigation destination. Tipped pass, and dumping it forward is Cassesi. Now under 40 seconds in the middle period. Zales puts a body on for Livingston, as all the action is right in front of the Lancer bench. Fighting to get ahead now is Chicola. Chicola spins down like a ballerina. Schultz, he has 20 seconds to work with it. He's going to have a one-on-one with Wilson thanks to his skill. Tarasu comes to help him. He'll let one rip, and he scores! Dylan Schultz with goal number 3. It's all Lancers these 2 periods. Two sophomores on the board and a senior, and Livingston has a 3-0 lead over the 11th ranked Westfield Blue Devils. They're looking for an upset, and they're trying to split the season series. Now around 10 seconds left to play in the middle period of action before a new sheet of ice will begin the third period of the third and final contest here at Cody Arena. This snapshot to end it over Sanders' net. The Lancers tack on more. They're now at 3-0 going into the final period of action. This Monday evening, we wrap up D1 Media Pro Productions with a great third period. Westfield needs to get something going for them because this Lancers team is thirsty to split this season series. Third period between the Lancers and the Blue Devils is next right here on the NFHS Network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship!
A double play wins it for Frazier. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McInnis touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down. Corey Floyd. A missed opportunity down low behind the back to Bueno and one. Lawrence with Floyd. He'll lob it up for the slam. It's too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd. Lays it in and one on the lob. Thought about the three. Drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd. Here with Corey Floyd after a tough set. Wilcher, three. Got it. Simeon Wilcher is fired up. And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Out here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down. Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Serene driving and throws it down. He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, build the basket. Marcus Rodi here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
ladies and gentlemen, we treat you like family.
Yeah, they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Yeah, I had to elevate. I'm way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling.
Over to Floyd, he's open, thought about the three, drives, baseline! Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Free throw line, tries to dump a pass off, gets intercepted. Freeman all the way to the hole. Oh, what a block by Moore! Left to play in the fourth quarter. Cromartie, three, got it! Davis probed in the corner, three-pointer, up and down, Brown again! His second straight three. Roselle Catholic in a hurry. Wilcher, back to Bueno. He's going to try and tie it. And he does! Oh, big shots all around!
He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay-in, build the basket!
Here's Kramer. Kramer walking in. Pass in front, they score! 5. Puck comes back out to the point. Gorski with a shot, and then they score! Slap shot from the point. Block the side. Here comes Ken Bishop walking in short-handed. They scores! Off ahead for the Marauders. Here comes Bigwitz. They score! Michael Bigwitz for St. Petersburg, and they lead it 3-2. The celebration is underway. The horn sounds, and the Glen Rock Panthers are the McInnis Cup champions. But that's going to do it. The revenge tour is complete. The Don Bosco Prep Ironmen are the Gordon Cup Conference champions.
You can see the future of the Duke and North Carolina rivalry on D1 Media Pro.
There you see Hubert Davis, head coach of North Carolina, here to see Simeon Wills.
Looking live right there at a trio of Duke basketball coaches. John Shire, Nolan Smith, Emil Jefferson. Clock now at 12. Kicks it in the corner. Lively for three. Got it. Derek Lively, a corner three in an early third quarter. As he'll look to go off the dribble here, goes right around Lively, and he gets the roll. Inbounds to Wilcher. A step back, fade away through contact. Simeon Wilcher. He's out for Mbako. He'll try one from beyond the arc. And Mackenzie Mbako is on fire to start this one. Is his responsibility as Maldonado cranks one into deep left field. You can forget about that. Chris Maldonado with home run number 2 today. He's go
as this one is ripped into left field. A bat flip and a homer for Tyler.
Pitch is hit in the air, left field, going over Fiore. He's back at the track, at the wall. It's gone. A leadoff home run for St. Joseph's Regional. Ellis Garcia gets things started for the Green Knights. Here the payoff pitch is hit in the air, deep right center field. That ball is high, it is far, and it is gone! A grand slam for Matthew Monteleone. And it kicks and fires. That pitch is hit in the air, deep right field. Get out of town! Michael, you waited up, and Marcus Johnson smacked it out of the yard. A leadoff bomb from the Cougars center fielder. Play the 1-2. Hit in the air, deep left field. That ball is high, it is far, it is long gone off the house. Makai Moore with a go-ahead 2-run shot way out of here. At Miller. Pitch is a breaking ball, cut on and missed. Hard strikes out the side in the third. We head to the home half.
But the first pitch to Hollander is belted in the air. Deep left field. That ball is high, it is far, and it is gone. Matthew Hollander wastes no time getting Milburn on the board here in the first inning.
It's okay to slow down. Imagine if this is the year Livingston.
Over to Floyd, he's open, thought about the three, drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Free throw line, tries to dump a pass off, gets intercepted. Freeman all the way to the hole. Oh, what a block by Moore! Left to play in the fourth quarter. Cromartie, three, got it! Davis probes in the corner, three-pointer, up and down, Brown again! His second straight three. Roselle Catholic in a hurry. Wilcher, back to Bueno. He's going to try and tie it. And he does! Oh, big shots all around!
He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay-in, build the basket!
One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece. 90 seconds.
Floyd attacking and throws it down! Corey Floyd! A missed opportunity down low, behind the back to Bueno and one! Lawrence with Floyd, he'll lob it up for the slam! It's too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd, lays it in and one on the lob!
Thought about the three, drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd!
Rowdy here with Corey Floyd after a tough 6.
Wilcher, three, got it! Simeon Wilcher is fired up!
Bueno and Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down. Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Serene driving and throws it down. He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay-in, build the basket. Marcus Rodi here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
The ice has been cut. Third period of action about to be underway here in this New Jersey Interscholastic Ice Hockey League. McInnis division matchup, visiting Westfield Blue Devils 0, the Livingston Lancers 3. The Lancers 3 goals coming from Schultz, Cassesi, and Tarasuk. Cassesi and Tarasuk, the sophomores, and then Schultz with the third goal, the senior, in this contributing effort. Livingston, a comfortable lead, but they can't sit on it because this Westfield team beat them 8-0. Last time these two teams played a week ago, and this Westfield team has so much talent to sneak in just a goal or two and open up a contest that many are saying Livingston can hold on to. The third period is soon to be underway. Here, I'd like to thank you for joining us this college football final Monday. About 90 seconds until we begin the third period of action. Ryan Lowy on the broadcast. Jacob Gorin is on camera. It's the third of 3 games that were broadcasted here at Cody Arena today. We had a lot of action here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. This is our 4th ice hockey broadcast, third one here at Cody. At Cody today, West Orange was able to take down Madison 5-2 in a matchup versus an NJIIHL squad. 2 different conferences taking each other on. And the NJIIHL comes up big in that one, a 5-2 victory. in the second game. Jacob Gorham was on the call alongside Jordan Cooper, getting his first broadcast of the season for the network. It was a big 2-1 win. West Essex was able to hold on to a Glenrock comeback effort. And, of course, a 4:20 face-off down the shore. Seton Hall had a 1-0 lead over Christian Brothers at the end of the first period. But CBA comes back, and they were able to hold on to that one 5-2. And the current number one team in the NJ.com top 20, but possible to soon change, are now 7-1 on the season. Seton Hall prep struggles continue. It's a big week for Gordon Conference hockey. You'll see some of that broadcasted by Kevin Connolly here at Richard J. Cohen Arena. And, of course, we have some of the best NJIIHL hockey at all three levels. West Orange brings us back on the 13th here on the network, and then Livingston hockey, not sure of the schedule. However, we do know we will be here on the 18th as Livingston takes on a Madison team that we saw earlier today in a MCSSIHL, NJIIHL interconference matchup. So, fresh sheet of ice. Livingston, the officials, and Westfield are adjusting to it. Livingston a 3-0 lead. They're trying to split this regular season versus the defending McInnis Cup champions, who they took down in the semifinals of the state tournament, the Westfield Blue Devils. Ninth season for head coach Joe Bertucci and his assistant coach. And on the other side for the Lancers, assistant coach Dave Malucci, for a long time, 16-year, over 200-win head coach Dave Conklin. Once again, Ryan Lowry in the broadcast. Jacob Gorin is on camera. The third and final period. Our fourth ice hockey game this evening. We have reset the clock to a fresh 15 minutes. Lancers score 3 goals in order. Kasesi, Tarasuk, and Schultz. Westfield held at 0-2 periods and a dominating shutout. Sanders is seeing the white ice just brilliantly today. Here we go with the third period now. Livingston and Westfield. And now we will use the fresh sheet ice for one more period of hockey this evening in West Orange. Conklin swings it around close side to Zales. The defensemen work together. The chip one, close to the benches, but it stays in play. Around the back, Richards can't win the race for Westfield. Lancers press forward as Tarasuk is hammered to the ground, but he's before able to get rid of it. Schultz skewers by, dumps the puck for Westfield now. Press forward, skating is Chicola, loses the race. Conklin cleans it up. Tarasuk, he's going to be able to punch by McDonald. Now he's going to have to go up against Wilson. Abel, across the ice now, close side for Wilson. Tarasuk gets in the way, dumps one into the Westfield defensive zone. We're a minute into the third period, 3-0 Lancers. Touchdown by Sanders. Now Livingston controls. Head coach's son, Brett Conklin, reroutes. Icing waved off by the official. Silva. Richards wins the race, but Livingston still on it. Silva working with Conklin. Pressed forward by Weinrib. Westfield now on the puck in the neutral zone. Conklin is hammered to the ground. Westfield leveling some hits here in this third period. Sign from Selvins called roughing hit. That's really been all the physicality we've seen today. Few hard hits. Usually McInnis is a gruesome competition. Monday night. Full week ahead for everybody. Could make all the difference. Westfield, if they lose today's competition, will be loss number 3, their first time losing 2 straight games in a row this year. Lancers coming off of a great tie and a great game versus VGR. They held the lead for a lot of the game. They just couldn't pull it out. Owen Brennan, one of the top players in the state of New Jersey, according to NJ.com, able to contribute. And for Livingston, Tarasuk, the sophomore, making his name known as he mistouches the puck. Tries to push himself back onto it. Able to press one with the stick. (9:17 p.m. Eastern Time). About an hour and 17 minutes since face-off 3-0 Lancers here in the third period. As now whistles coming in. Looks like this one may be a penalty. Against Westfield, it will be. Richards goes to the box, and it looks like it will be for roughing. So Richards to the box for roughing. And it's 3-0 Lancers, and we're going to see their power play try and make it 4. Shot from far. Saved and covered up on the catch by Andrew Rober, the junior goalkeeper. First clearance of the power play. Minute 45. Left for Livingston on the man-up advantage. Schultz leading the way. The center plays one to his winger. The speedy Tarasuk almost snuck by. Instead, it's left behind for Schultz. Schultz right to Tarasuk. Schultz quarterbacking. That's one rip on the wrist shot. Too weak. Silva far side. Curls back. Leaves one for Schultz. Schultz tape-to-tape passing now as this one's far side to Silva. He lets one rip. It fits into the back of the net. For Lancers goal. Zach Silva, the junior. Silva on the finish. Followed by Schultz and Tarasuk. Lancers now have a 4-0 lead over a team they lost to 8-0 just a week ago on the road in Roselle. Now the tables have turned in this one. Still over 11 minutes left to play. And Livingston is having fun. That was a power play goal off of the roughing call. Ahead now goes Calder. Calder. Hard shot. The redirect putback is no good. This one fits into the back of the net for a Blue Devils goal on the putback. 5 goals we've seen today. Westfield finally strikes on the 5th. Connor Cotiga, the senior, finishes and puts Westfield on the board. Here in the third period, it ends the shutout for the Lancers. First goal, Sanders has conceded. Zales ahead. 4-1 Lancers. 10.5 left to play in the third period. Erases the Lancers' 4th goal, but the Lancers are still riding a 3-goal lead here at Cody Arena in West Orange. Thank you for joining us this Monday evening, live and on demand here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Nick Benson getting his name called tonight. Now Daniel Duffy leaves the puck behind, punched into the neutral zone. Park times it perfectly, and he's taken away by Silva. Duffy works back for it, dumps it into the Lancers' defensive zone. Westfield now have the edge. Will they find the puck? Still no, and they will finally find it once in the neutral zone. Pass too strong, but corralled in by Park. Close side left for Thompson. Head now to Calder. Cotiga works something for Westfield up top. Here's a shot almost straight through. Richards just a little wide. Richards with it once again. Wide open for a shot. He lets one rip, saved by Sanders. Puck still in play. No whistle blown yet behind the net. Poked away. This one will extend the length of the ice for an icing. A necessary task by Silva. Lancers will have to take a breather. Under a lot of pressure there, they hold a 3-goal, 4-1 lead here in the third period. Shot from far doesn't make it through to Sanders. Puck winds around close side. Westfield still attacking. Captain tries to find a pass toward Arella. Dumps one behind. On it is Gorski, Jonathan Gorski. Hammer to the board, able to get it away before. Off of Conklin, who endured the hit as well. Under 8.5 left in the third period. Nothing there as Schultz gets in the way. Helps muscle Conklin onto the puck. Zales pushes one into the neutral zone. However, Westfield punch it back in. Westfield will have to control, or excuse me, the Lancers will have to control in the back. Sneaks through, and now Schultz is going to try and win the race. Toe-to-toe with McDonald. Schultz finds it, shoots one. Can't scrape one by the out of his net Raber. Key opportunity for the Lancers to try and put a 5 on the board. Now 7:45 left to go in the third period. Westfield and Livingston both sit in the middle of the McInnis standings. Both teams made it to the finals. Westfield was able to pull out the 5-2 victory. Livingston would redeem themselves in the state group semifinals down at Minden Arena, a neutral site within Marlstown. Served as a great neutral site. Both teams do not call that area home. Both teams had to make quite the bus ride over there for a 4:30 start. And Livingston just played better the entire time in a tough matchup. And saw two teams take each other on for a fourth time. Oh, so thirsty for the rights to a state championship. Prudential Center, May night's appearance. Lancers would make the appearance, however, they'd fall to a Ridge side that was thirsty for yet another state championship. Ridge off to a 500 start, 4 wins, 4 losses. Coming out of the Skylands Conference. Westfield control the neutral zone and now put offensive pressure in the Lancer defensive zone. Zales dumps the puck the length of the ice. Puck dropped at around 6:30. Tarasuk can't scrape one into the neutral zone. Westfield now controlling. Hickey punched off the puck. Tarasuk moving forward. Tries to skate by Benson. Puts one under pressure, and it's off the stick of Raber. Hard collision. Cassesi comes out of it. One-time pass inside to Tarasuk. No good. Schultz finds it. Puts it in, and it's saved by Raber. 6:05 now left to go. Westfield down by 3 goals. They're going to try and make it a 2-goal difference here. Conklin puts a distracting body on. With help from his defense, he's able to try and scrape it away, but he can't do so. Kotiga leaves back. Here's a shot from Hickey, almost deflected in. Lancer D-line holds up. Collision far side in the Lancer defensive zone. Conklin helps shield Schultz onto the puck. What does Schultz do with 5.5? He rings one across, and it's just a little bit too strong for Tarasuk. Icing waved off. It was deflected. Puck snuck forward to Hickey. 5:20 left in the third period. 3 games here at Cody Arena we've covered for you today here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. 5:11 left in the third period. Lancers 4, Westfield 1. Ahead next for Westfield. On Wednesday, they host Verona, a 6:35 start at Warrenanko. Then they have 12 days off before the second installment of their 2 regular season matchups versus Verona. Next time those 2 teams can meet can only be one more time. And that would be the McInnis Cup tournament in mid to late February. 2 days later, then they take on West Essex, currently sitting atop the McInnis, coming off of a big win today versus Glenrock. They were able to hold on. Then they're at Summit, and Glenrock once again, and then Randolph, of course. Don't forget, you got to squeeze the Union County tournament in there. Westfield, the defending champions, coming off of a big victory last year versus Governor Livingston in the final round of the tournament at Warrenanko, which hosted the tournament's entirety. Always fun. County tournaments are in hockey. They're alongside 2 other tournaments. So it's a third piece of silverware for clubs. Lancers find their way onto the puck. McDonald and Westfield will control defensively. Push it into the neutral zone. Back and forth hockey. Livingston is at Glenrock. They're going to take the trip to the Ice House. Last year, Livingston and Glenrock endured a tie at the Ice House. And the next day, they returned home to Cody. Or rather, the other way around. My apologies. Last year was a tie at Cody Arena, then they headed to the Ice House in Livingston with the big away victory to separate themselves from the then defending McInnis Cup champions. That year, Glenrock won the McInnis Cup championship. There was no state championship, so that was the biggest championship to have. It was a big win for a Livingston side that had a lot in front of them. They're taking on Glenrock on the road 2 days from today. Then a 5-day break before they take on out-of-conference opponents within Ridgewood, the village of Ridgewood. Ridgewood Maroons they are. They'll be on the road. Then our next broadcast is they will host Madison. Their next time at home is on the 18th. That Wednesday, and then on Friday, they take on West Essex Caldwell, a combo program. Livingston from there sees pretty tough competition. They're on the road at a very strong Summit side. One of the best teams under 500 in the state of New Jersey, deserve to be over with the talent they have. Then they're at a Morristown team that they barely snuck by in the second round of the state tournament last year. Then West Morris, who they took down right before the state tournament last year pretty comfortably. Knock out one of the 2 games to lift Doc's suspension, a key player for the team last year as the net gets dislodged while Westfield was putting on pressure. Then Wayne Hills, and they'll wrap it up with Governor Livingston. That is both teams' schedules ahead. .323 left to go in the contest between Livingston and Westfield. Here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Puck cannot stretch the length of the ice as Westfield will control. Now mid-ice. Livingston chips high. Touchdown by Duffy to Park. A few Lancers screaming for a hand pass. They won't get one. 2:50 left to go. Zales fakes, controls, wraps around the net. Risky play. Livingston still punches one down the end of the ice, and it's an icing. Push for the puck in the Livingston defensive zone. Deflected shot, whisks wide, net dislodged once again. .225 left in the third period as the puck is dropped. Livingston fighting their way onto it. Tarasuk. Hammer to the boards hard. Westfield will now gain control. Schultz denies them an opportunity to push forward, and they'll have to reset. Punched ahead. Calder across the blue line. Too strong a touch. Now a push for the puck behind the net. Hard hit. Quick one-time shot. Can't make it by Wilson. Here comes Livingston ahead. Cassesi. Schultz leaves a man behind him. 100 seconds left to play in the game. He can't come up with anything. Tortorella has to move quickly if he wants to make this lead smaller or even come up with a point here in this contest as he rams into a sacrificing Conklin. That ends the run for Westfield. The game's going to start to get chippy these next 85 seconds. Tarasuk wants a second goal off the frame. Almost had it. Deflected pass across the ice. Conklin whisks one off the boards. 70 seconds now. In the neutral zone now, Westfield try and push forward. Conklin doing a number on this Westfield team as an offsides is finally called. Minute left to play, roughly. Livingston out to get their revenge against a side that they fogged into an 8-0 loss against on the road at Warrenanko just a week ago. Puck is dropped with around 55 now left to play. Westfield down by 3. We'll see if they decide to pull their goalie. High stick warning. Westfield will try and body away Livingston. Livingston finds it. Schultz now ahead. Schultz. He chips past Benson, finds the puck. 35 seconds now left in the third period. Now half a minute till Livingston splits the regular season versus Westfield this Monday evening. An 8 p.m. face-off could see its end at around 9:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Shot from far, and it's covered up by Raber. Won't hold on to it long enough for a whistle. 15 seconds. Now on it is Zox. Deflected off a Blue Devil with 10 seconds now. Sticked away by Raber, now under 10 seconds. And the small Lancers crowd this Monday empty evening at Cody Arena will get pumped up because Livingston will take down Westfield and split the season series versus the reigning McInnis Cup champions. That's your final score. 5 goals we've seen today. Lancers come up with 4. It's a 4-1 victory. These two teams split McInnis Cup regular season competition. Thank you so much for joining us. Our next Livingston broadcast likely the 18th of this month. It'll be a Wednesday versus Summit. Westfield broadcast also soon to come. Thank you so much for joining us here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. Lancers endure their 5th win of the season. And on the other side for Westfield, 2nd loss in a row, now their 3rd loss of the season. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will catch you next time here on the D1 Media Pro page on the NFHS Network. On behalf of Jacob Gorin on camera, Ryan Lowry saying good night and toodaloo.
He's going to take it himself for a championship!
A double play wins it for Fraser. Turn it to the end zone. What a catch! McInnis touchdown!